play in the postseason, you need to win. Hello friends, you have arrived once more at NASCAR Zone. Today, we are here with a brand new topic for all of you, one that we are certain will astound you and lift your spirits. In all honesty, it has something to do with athletics. Could you possibly predict what it is that we are going to talk about here? Simply speculate in the comment area below based on what you come up with. Okay, so ending your suspense. The NASCAR Cup Series has seen a wide variety of winners this season, with only 16 drivers qualifying for the postseason. You might be intrigued about the process of selection and about the people who are eliminated. Don't worry, we are here to help you in any way we can, because there have never been more than 16 different regular season race winners in the Cup Series before. NASCAR and its fans have never had to seriously consider how the playoff field would be determined in such a scenario. However, if there were to be more than 16 different regular season race winners, the situation would change significantly. If you are interested in finding out which drivers will qualify for the NASCAR Playoffs in 2022, continue reading. Just stay tuned to the very end. Do you eagerly want to know, right? You don't need to worry about anything because we will explain everything to you. But you do need to participate in it by leaving comments on the video with your thoughts and by subscribing to our channel. Because your love and support are the reason why we keep making videos, we will continue to do so. We love our audience a lot. Okay, let's begin. The first question we want to ask you is, if a driver wins a race during the regular season, he or she is guaranteed a spot in the playoffs and a chance to compete for the championship. But what happens if there are more Stanley Cup champions than there are postseason berths? Let's see. When Tyler Reddick of Richard Childress Racing won his first NASCAR Cup Series race at Road America and his second this past weekend at the road course at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he swept the month of July with a pair of road course victories. While 14 drivers had already visited victory lane through the first 22 races of the 2022 season, Reddick's victory in Sunday's 86-lap race around the 13-turn, 2.439-mile Speedway, Indiana road course, made him only the sixth driver to officially clinch a playoff berth. If the current playoff format is what many people refer to as a win and in format, how is this even possible? Have you considered it? Please leave a comment below if it is. In addition to that, subscribe to our channel. It is necessary to rethink the meaning of the phrase win and in because it cannot accurately describe how admissions are granted. The regular season consists of 26 races, and there are 16 available slots in the playoffs. The format has traditionally been one in which the winner automatically advances. Due to the fact that there are still 4 races remaining in the regular season, it is feasible that there will be a total of more than 16 different race winners. In the event that this occurs, the driver who finished first during the regular season in terms of victories will be joined by the next 15 drivers in the standings. Okay, now it's getting exciting. Let's go fast. Race winners are not automatically qualified for the postseason if at least 17 drivers qualify for the postseason by the end of the regular season. Instead, the point standings will determine who advances and who does not. All multi-race winners, however, are guaranteed spots because the total number of such winners cannot exceed 13. And you know what? Reddick is safe for the time being because he has won the game twice. Chase Elliott of Hendrick Motorsports has the most wins in the series with 4 and leads the point standings by a comfortable margin over the other drivers who have already qualified. William Byron of Hendrick Motorsports, Ross Chastain of the Trackhouse Racing Team, Joey Logano of Team Penske, and Denny Hamlin of Joe Gibbs Racing. When it comes to NASCAR, how do drivers usually get into the postseason? To make the playoffs, drivers must win a race, which is the simplest but by no means the easiest way to qualify. A common saying goes something like, win and you're in, and in most cases, that holds true. Let's pretend that during the course of the regular season there are 12 different race winners. Those 12 drivers would automatically qualify for the playoffs, with the next 4 highest finishers who did not have a victory filling out the field. Easy enough, at least when the number of regular season winners doesn't exceed 16. What would happen if there were more than 16 regular season winners? Do you eagerly want to know, right? You don't need to worry about anything because we will explain everything to you. But you do need to participate in it by leaving comments on the video with your thoughts and by subscribing to our channel. Because your love and support are the reason why we keep making videos. We will continue to do so. We love our audience a lot. Looking at the big picture, regardless of how many different race winners there are, the top 16 drivers in the standings make the playoffs. However, determining the top 16 drivers becomes more challenging if there are more than 16 different winners. But before we get into that, there are a few guidelines to keep in mind. The regular season winner is assured of a postseason berth regardless of their record. There could be 16 different race winners if the regular season champion does not have a victory. However, the race winner with the fewest regular season points would be eliminated from playoff contention. Drivers must finish in the top 30 in regular season points and make at least one attempt to qualify for each race on the schedule in order to be considered for the playoffs. In light of this, let's play out some what if has. Let's pretend there are 17 different winners at the end of the regular season, including the regular season champion, as would likely be the case this season. The top 16 finishers would then advance to the postseason. Those who have won at least 2 flags can feel secure in the driver's seat. Of course, in both the hypothetical and real world, there would likely be a large number of drivers who are tied with 1 victory apiece. In that case, the playoff field would be filled by the 1-win drivers who scored the most points during the regular season. After the drivers with multiple victories are eliminated, the 4 drivers with the most regular season points would advance to the playoffs, while the driver with the fewest would be eliminated. Has the number of regular season NASCAR winners ever been higher than 16? There have not been more than 16 different regular season winners since the playoff format was changed in 2014. This has never happened, not even in the early going when there were a number of different winners, and it seemed possible to have more than the allotted playoff spots. There were 13 different regular season winners in 2021, so the top 3 finishers without a championship earned the final 3 playoff spots. Winning isn't guaranteed to get you into the tournament this year, though. Even though neither Ryan Blaney nor Martin Truex Jr. has yet won a race this season, they would still qualify for the NASCAR playoffs if they started today. Kevin Harvick, Aric Almirola, Erik Jones, and Austin Dillon are currently on the outside looking in, along with the rest of the field, but those drivers aren't quite on the bubble. Erik Jones, 14th in points, Aric Almirola, 18th in points, and Bubba Wallace, 19th in points, just to mention a few, are among the many others that need a win to make the playoffs. Were you already aware of this awesome information? Let me know in the comments. It's perfect for NASCAR's needs. Success is vital. Nothing else is important besides winning. This was bound to occur, right? New cars offer fresh starts, a level playing field, and the possibility of seeing something never previously seen in the format in their debut year. Yay! Okay, NASCAR friends, I think that wraps up the video. I really hope you guys liked the video and found it to be worth your time. If so, please indicate your approval by clicking the thumbs up button below. As a final step, please subscribe to our channel. To be notified whenever we upload new videos, click the bell button. Alright, take care, see you later.